She loves Chanel CC, designer belt GG, house full of models GG. How many bottles plenty? How many hating many?
You guys, welcome back to another episode of A Little Kiss and Tell.
Hey.
It's your girl Moneybags.
It's your boy, Mr. Hollywood.
Hey, and we have guests and reoccurring guests here today. So let's start with our new guest, Gina.
Hi.
Please plug yourself. Use this opportunity to plug your businesses, your page, everything, honey.
Everything.
Yes. And
Nothing
speak
is
loud
off
and clear
limits.
into this mic.
All right. Well, I am at Damn Gina Fit on Instagram. I am a fitness influencer, educator, just trying to change the face of what it looks like to be a doctor and still be a part of the culture. And then I also have a clothing line called Damn Gina Apparel. So focuses on jumpsuits for women. We want you to feel sexy. We want you to get fit. We want women to feel good and show off what they have been working so hard for in the gym. So again, Damn Gina Fit and Damn Gina Apparel are me.
Yes, and y'all, when you check out her Instagram page and see what that booty do, I'm just saying, I'm sorry, friend, but girl,
Yeah.
she thick fit. Like, goddamn, I'm like, damn, man.
Look, that thing was serious. I went to upstairs to let her in, and I'm sitting
Like, girl.
Look, he said, wait, when I was coming, he was like, oh, you pretty. Wait, was I supposed to be ugly?
Okay, that's hilarious.
That was my way of saying you got a fat ass.
Right, look, he was like,
Without saying
you better let
that,
him know.
Yeah, see, it was a little subliminal. Yeah, that's me. You fine, boo. You fine, boo.
All right, and our reoccurring guest, thank you for being here again, too.
Thank
Feel free to, remind them of your stuff, too, honey.
Yeah, brother.
I mean, I don't get a Dre. Hey, Dre. What's up, Dre?
Hey, Dre.
Hey,
Hey,
Dre.
I just said,
What's up,
thank
my
you for
nigga?
being here again.
How are you?
We love Dre, okay?
What's your sign again?
Virgo.
You heard that Virgo laugh?
He hit us with it earlier when he asked what my sign
Oh,
was.
yeah. What's your sign?
And then
Wait,
he
what's
hit
your
us with
sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
Oh my God, my
We
mom
just
is.
rolled out a Capricorn
Okay, my
season.
Oh, we got
so-
a plethora of people. Okay, Cancer, Scorpio.
We got everything in the
Oh.
building today, honey.
Yeah.
Jeremy's so proud of his Scorpio. Yeah, every time we ever been out anything, he be like, oh, I'm a Scorpio.
Scorpio. Thank you, God.
Listen,
Because we made on Valentine's Day. We're important. We're made during this era.
which is why we don't need
You
it
think
anymore.
about it.
They
Yeah.
made, he
Not-
ain't having sex.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can see around this time your baby's gonna be born in November. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think we need it
Oh,
anymore.
so they be getting it popping
We need
around
plenty.
Valentine's.
I don't think we need it anymore.
Oh Jesus! Thank you, Lord. She's a guest. I'm gonna let you have
It's so many Scorpios. I think we have
That
hit our.
part.
Y'all are good.
it. And we are in Jesus' name.
Just no more.
We're going to need Jesus during this episode.
Shit.
God's to be.
I already know Dre about to be dropping hella gems.
Yeah.
You gonna plug anything though?
You know what?
Remind them of what you got going on, honey.
Man, I got the OCD, the brand. That's Organization, Consistency, and Discipline. It's a new clothing line for men. Coming up, we got Heavily Handsome, the Beard Balm, Beard Oil. That's to be featured April 1st. Of course, you can go to my Instagram page, Mr. Entrepreneur. And we just trying to bring people together. Also, starting next week, the Child Support Podcast. You like that, didn't you?
He was waiting for the crowd participation.
Right? He's like,
So listen, real talk, I'm an 18-year child support veteran. And there's a lot of gentlemen out there who are going through things that need to get their story out. Relationships fail sometimes. And it's a lot of women who have guys that they're dating that are on child support, or they may not deal with guys who have children. So it's so many different things. And women who ain't getting child support that need to know.
True.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
This is
So
very
True.
it's a conversation that we need to have that's uncomfortable. It can be taboo.
Yeah.
But you can still find love if you're in that situation. You
Yeah.
can still find love if you're dealing with somebody in that situation. And men just need a platform to where they're not judged. So we're just trying to bring it all together in something positive and just talk about it.
Yes. And you are welcome
I
to
love
Dre
it.
University.
You said Dre Academy or something before.
Dre Academy.
Yeah, he got the turn
You were supposed to hold the finger. You were supposed to bend the fingers and everything.
He ready.
Silly nigga.
So silly. Oh my God. Okay, so for today's sex position, we have the waterfall.
Oh.
So it says you'll need a stool for the waterfall. The man sits down and holds the woman who faces him and leans back. So she's leaned back on top of him while he's sitting on the stool. He holds her for balance and fully controls the motion. Again, this one demands both the partner to have enough stamina.
Where's the 40-year-old?
Look, I'm sitting here looking.
Because
40 is a good 20, nigga. Shit.
not at this
What
body.
about-
I can't do that shit.
I'm looking for the
y'all
30-year-old version. You talking about 40?
Y'all did it in a stool, like one of these type of chairs though, but with the back out, and you got the booty kind of off, and then
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You
And
did
then I
that
gotta
before?
lean back.
Well,
I got
not
too
this
much-
one, but like the one where you just sitting on the stool and your booty is at the edge and he.
Positions like that don't work.
Ah!
When you got too
Because-
much booty because it double back
It double
on you.
okay.
Okay.
And so you get that back pain. You
Yeah.
can't do the waterfall.
See, with this, I
Damn,
think y'all will be with the waterfall. Y'all will be in a bad situation because the blood will really be flowing in y'all head.
Oh,
That's what I'm like all these little
Yeah.
upside down ones.
Yeah.
Y'all, I can't stay back.
they
there
just
too
want us to
long.
lose our mind. That's it.
All
That's
these
I gotta be like high or something. Like that.
right. That's that rush. You need that excitement.
Fellas, you have to be comfortable in knowing what you don't know and be able to say, maybe we need to do it this way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so what way would you have it?
Yeah, alter it. Come on.
Because you asked for the 40-year-old version.
Yeah,
You
what
know
would
what
the
it look like.
40-year-old version
give us-
with a
I
stool?
think in that instance, you should just throw on her back, start choking her, and lick that thing on down. I mean, that never fails if worst case.
We do like
From one
choking.
extreme to another.
The choke.
Do what you can
Say.
We went from
Do what you
blood
can do for
rushing
show.
from being upside
Upside
down
down,
to
yeah.
Right. Oh
I'm
my
gonna just
God.
choke you and get the blood.
Hey.
You know?
Look, choke you and lick.
Hey, listen.
Oh, and the lid.
Worst case scenario is you can never go wrong with a choke. Okay?
We love a multitasker.
Yeah,
Like, when the
you know.
when the toes is in your mouth and you stroking and
And you
choking, that's a
stroking,
whole-
choking, and inside of it.
child.
That's some imagery right there.
Yes.
I mean, most
I've
women
had a
need
flashback.
extra work. It can't. We just don't. You can't do one thing and expect everybody
Yeah.
to be good
The
to
same.
go.
Exactly.
You gotta,
That too.
you gotta double team it sometimes.
You do. Multitasking during sex and foreplay. Okay, so for today's icebreaker game, we want to play a little drinking game. So we're gonna do Would You Rather. So everybody gets a chance to ask the questions.
Okay.
So do you want to kick it off? Or you want me to kick it
I'm
off?
gonna let you kick it.
Okay, so would y'all rather sex on a plane or sex on a boat? Like a yacht.
I'm not a part of Sex on the Plane. I'm not a part of the Miles High Club yet. And that's my biggest thing I want to become part of.
Same.
Sex on the
Look, I was like, this
Same.
is so.
It gotta be a
Imagine,
jet. I
like,
want a jet.
I want to feel a nut that
Private.
30,000 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Because if you know how when you drink, it's a different way you feel. You get drunk quicker and all that. So I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see how that nut what that nut gonna do.
Yeah.
Up like 30,000 feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like will it's gonna be the
I
same feeling or another.
And the
'cause
fact
of
that it's like,
altitude.
yeah,
I mean,
the fact
I'm
that the
halfway
staff's
there,
still
though.
on the plane, like,
I'm halfway to the Mile High Club, so I'm like,
Oh,
what you mean? What you mean?
come
Just
on,
tell.
elaborate.
I mean, I've experimented
Little
on the
touchy
plane.
feely going on there underneath.
Okay.
Oh,
It was a
okay.
little bit more than touchy feely.
Oh, what was y'all doing, girl?
We was, I was like, well, shit, we in the back row. We might as well.
Wow. So y'all was giving like fellatio?
Yes, that was the best.
Hey.
On a commercial flight, I was
Wow.
shocked. I was like, we rarely have this type of, privacy.
Yeah.
So that's why I say I'm
good
halfway
because
there, and I'm like,
I'm trying to figure out like what role this was in because sometimes when you're at the back of the plane, the flight attendants are sitting back there in the bed next to the bathroom.
no. So it was, the last one, the seats don't recline.
Yeah.
When I was flying, this was during COVID.
Okay.
So, we still had the alternating the seat in the middle.
Oh.
And then they had nobody sitting on the non-reclining
Oh.
row. So we were like the last row, but
Yes.
not the last row. So
Okay.
we still had that space. And I mean,
I like that shit.
I was
Tryna sneak
drunk.
some shit
I mean,
in,
it's
that
a lot
shit
of
turn
things.
on.
If you do the turn up before the flight,
Oh, so you got me. See, my nigga.
Listen. Investments.
Yeah, I need my nigga to be down for that type of shit.
What is it? What does Delta have? The Sky Club?
The Sky,
Yeah.
Go get your free drinks.
Yeah.
And that is one of those. If you can, everybody rationalizes everything.
Yeah.
That's a rational expense if you travel often. Go
Yeah.
ahead on and get drunk before you get on the plane.
Okay.
You'll be open to a lot of things.
Girl,
I like that.
Come on,
Dre.
Gina Wiener. So,
He ain't do his yet.
oh shit, okay.
I think the boat. I like the waves.
I love
So
it.
you haven't done it yet?
Nah.
You the
Okay.
virgin.
See, I fucked on the boat.
Yeah, that's why I was about to say you're the virgin.
Yeah. It's something about that.
It was the same feeling.
Something about that. The most exciting thing that ever happened to me on a boat was when we was all on the boat and that motherfucker dropped the coal and
Oh.
remember your birthday? Was it Jeremy who dropped the coal?
They
Take your credit card.
I paid for the boat.
Jamal, I think Jamal did
Bro,
it.
you was about to sit on the other side of me, but thank God, another man. That was we were able to come to agreement. He paid and he did what he needed to do because they could have went another way.
We had a long time for my birthday during COVID year, y'all.
That was a good time.
I had to retract my Costa Rica trip because they was like, no, we closed down because of COVID. So then I ended up doing a cabin trip.
And it worked out.
Those were the best
The
vacations,
people who
though.
needed to be there was there.
It
The
was
COVID
lit.
vacations, the ones for the people who were like, well, I'm with my friends.
Right.
Right.
It was so lit.
I
It
got
was
to
crazy.
utilize this time off. Like, when do I get to do that?
And you know it was under 10 people. So
Right.
they started to do the stipulations of how many
Yeah.
people.
And everybody was tired of being inside.
Yeah.
So you knew they were going to make
Yeah.
the trip. It wasn't
Yeah.
one of those where everybody talked
Right.
about the group trip
It was
and don't
so
make
dope.
it. They were like, I'm tired of this house. Everybody's getting on my nerves.
All right, so y'all, let's see. Oh, you know my ass. I'm crazy. Would you rather the church or a garbage can? Like one of those full garbage cans, like where you like outside of a restaurant, one of them big ones.
The church?
The church.
Ew.
That's easy. The church. It's on my bucket list.
Look, love lifted me that night.
I fucked with Gina. No, that's on her bucket list.
Love lifted me. It was a good feeling, Lord, but it was.
Y'all, judge your mamas, okay?
I've actually done both.
You done
No.
both? What do you mean you did it in the trash can? What do you mean?
When I was in high school,
Okay, that's fair.
at the church.
Okay.
You know, it was after
I'm not
Sunday
worried
school.
about the church. I'm worried about the trash can.
So listen, we was just trying to find somewhere to, whatever, whatnot.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we need to go around the back of the building.
Oh my God.
But it was people out, so you could see like in the car and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck it, let's just go to the back of the trash can.
Oh,
But what about the smell?
right.
You ain't worried about no fucking smell.
I'm like,
And the yeast infections they'll get.
But no, not in the trash can, but the trash can is closed.
But you can smell it. Like, I'm real sensitive
Yeah.
to smells. I'd be sitting.
You be like, you
right,
you got trash pussy. Like,
How do you separate the two?
Y'all
I know
was
you do
drunk.
that.
you literally had some trash pussy. Literally.
Stupid. Oh my God.
Hey,
That
when you
is-
drunk and you horny, you ain't worried about all of that.
True.
You
No,
worried about
This
not
is
getting caught.
true.
Yeah, that part.
If you young, drunk, and horny, I
There you
get
go.
it.
Because now I can't
Yeah.
do that.
These
I'm
days,
like,
I'm a little peaky.
But Dre, I like the adrenaline with that of like getting caught. I don't know, it's something
do
about
too,
that.
though.
I don't know, it's something about
Yes.
that. Like,
Ooh.
will you stay and watch? Will you?
I
Will,
ain't
you
had
know?
no sneak sex.
Are people going to tell?
Right.
Do they know what's
Do
going
they
on?
know what's going on?
It is what it is.
Sneak sex be hitting. Alright. Y'all got one? Would you rather?
Y'all got a would you rather off the top of your domes?
Yeah.
See, I be trying to think of shit that ain't normal to me
Alright.
that I've already done.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
I'll let you go.
See, my would you rather's be people.
Okay.
Oh
You
no,
know?
it's
That's
whatever.
fine.
All right.
Open
all right.
game.
So we're thinking Nia Long,
Okay.
Larsa Pippen.
I don't fuck with white hoes.
Nia Long.
Ha!
I will go long
They
with
were
Nia
both-
Long.
Nia
Listen, I was
Long
like,
for me.
They're both at the center of a basketball controversy.
Nia.
So I'm
Nia.
like, Nia
And
or
she a Scorpio too.
Larsa?
We'll know what to do
I
with
love
each
my girl
other.
Nia.
Yeah.
Nia, we taking Nia.
Nia.
What you doing?
100%.
Oh, Nia.
Nia.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with white chicks. I don't like others, to be honest.
Others, okay.
It's just something about a black
I be
woman.
loving that too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
haven't tried
sorry,
it.
not sorry.
Yeah.
But
I'm one of those people where
like
people
black
be
men
like,
that
I'm
like black
gay. I'm
women.
like, are you sure? Did you try? I'm
You
gonna
know,
try.
that part. See, I like you.
I'm like, did
Yeah.
you try? Were you
know?
sure you were like,
Yeah.
you know, people are like, I'm gay. I ain't never tried this.
Mm-hmm.
So you ain't never squeezed
ain't
no
experienced.
titties. You ain't brushed against no ass.
Some
Yeah.
Are you
ass.
sure
Yeah.
that
I love it.
Yeah.
She's like, you don't know until you,
You never
try.
lick.
Okay.
You never lick
Don't
the
knock
clit.
it till you try it.
So same thing goes for
You
white
like
girls.
eating pussy.
I do.
Y'all should have been at the lobby.
Oh yeah. I had some pussy 3 months ago.
Jeremy, what?
You had some.
He ate pussy.
I used to love eating pussy. That's why I like eating booty so much.
ate
But
pussy?
yeah.
I was
Y'all,
not
when I
expecting
saw
that.
it, I was like,
It made my mouth wet. I
You
need a
didn't call
napkin.
it consent me.
we were all circling around him like,
I did it 3 times too. Yeah.
he ate her pussy 3 times, bro.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was good. Like it was literally like good.
Oh my
It made you
God.
question things?
Oh my God.
I'm a freak, so I will still fuck a bitch. So that's yeah.
Okay.
I'm a freak.
Okay.
But when's the last time you fucked a bitch?
It's been college, so that was like about 15 years ago.
So what would it
You
take
look
for you
so
to fuck a
young.
bitch?
Oh, I'm 30. I'll be 37 this year.
What would it
thank
take for you to fuck a bitch?
Because
Because why has it been?
I'm picky. It sounds so weird. I'm
Yeah,
more
he's
picky.
very
I'm,
picky.
I'm more picky. I'm more picky with a woman
Then
than a man.
Okay.
So with a woman, it has to be like that bitch. Like
I'm
you
so
got.
proud like a big bro. Like Jeremy.
That's what my uncle say all the
You
time.
missed the whole event.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm over here like
it was going down at the
Wait.
live show. Oh my God. That was our
Yeah.
first one too,
So-
y'all.
And
It was
it
lit.
was just like the way I left it. Like it was still pussy. It was like I like pussy. Pussy is good. It's natural. You know.
Let me tell you, COVID did some things because we did this podcast and we did it virtual, and it was not the same as I'm over here like, well, damn, I ain't get invited.
Aw.
But obviously, my personality didn't come across on Zoom, so that's why I ain't get invited.
See? No.
Oh.
I thought we sent it to you too because we kept promoting it and
No.
stuff. Get out. You missed the whole. Okay. So we have been told everybody wants to run it back. So we going to do it
Yeah.
bigger and greater.
Bigger, better, and more
Yeah.
intimate. It's gonna be maybe like a mansion or something.
Because people was for that shit.
Yeah.
They love a little sex
I like a little
party, child.
fun.
Yeah. It was a great time.
It was really a live show, but we teamed up with Tayomi, who's a sexpert, and so she
Shout out
helped
to her.
run the sex party part of it, which was the after part of our live show. But everything was just
a
crazy.
separate room.
Like,
So if you didn't want to be a part of the shenanigans,
yeah, you
left.
you paid for that part. Yeah.
So it was dope.
So
different
we-
contraptions in the room.
Yes, a lot of
It
lessons
was-
learned. We got
Most importantly, security outside the door, so no crazy motherfuckers. you know.
Okay.
So just to give you, ready
But
for
just
the next
like
one.
a more intimate, like I went to is it trapeze?
Trapeze.
Trapeze.
what you
like
think about trapeze?
Great food.
I keep hearing that.
the food is good,
Uh-huh.
but I've been on different occasions. So I went when like it was like big trapeze. Like
Okay.
you had the pool, you had the all the
Oh.
hot tub.
Okay.
And then I've gone when it's like small trapeze, and I'm like, this is terrible.
Wow.
Like, why did I come here?
So what's the best sex club you've been to? Like, has it been in another city or something?
No, but I have them on my list.
Okay.
Like there's one, I can't remember the name of it, but it's in Charlotte.
Really?
There is one in
My
Charlotte.
best friend stay there.
Look,
I know that.
Not
Friend.
4 hour drive. Shit,
He's
let's
supposed to
get
be
it.
telling me when I could come up there anyway. So,
So
we gotta check that out.
they have one in Charlotte. They have a trapeze in Fort Lauderdale.
I heard that was
and
lit.
Orlando.
Yes.
And Orlando. I worked at Disney
I
World.
heard the
and
one
I
in
was
Florida
like,
is lit.
What the fuck?
I did not
It's
know
in the
that.
Disney World land too. Like it's in the
No.
mix of.
Oh.
It's what? Yeah.
Oh, they some Disney
in a
freaks.
shopping center.
Wow. Disney freaks, child.
That is that's
Oh,
interesting.
This got sexy real
I don't
quick.
have a would you rather, but
Okay.
I have a recommendation.
Okay.
When I was still in corporate America, work sex. If you have
Oh,
somebody
the best.
Yes.
The best.
at the job,
Oh
the
my
best.
God. It'd be
I didn't
good.
have.
It's the best.
Oh.
It's the best, and that's the advantage of being gay because you go to the bathroom.
I've had that
this
twice.
nigga
You
here.
know?
See, this is
He
why
had the
it's
best
hard
of
to
both
trust
worlds.
motherfuckers though, cause like, goddamn, it's so easy to cheat. It's crazy.
I didn't
Not that I
have-
was cheating during that, but it's just like it's like you literally can have sex anywhere.
But what happens to the whole you don't eat where you shit?
See,
You
that's the
shouldn't.
thing. And you shouldn't, but if
I
you have
wasn't
the
sure. I had
understanding,
to
if you
cut
have
one
that,
off. Like I was like, we should be.
if
doing
you got
this.
that
Like, it's crazy.
NSA agreement at work,
Yeah.
and you it's an understanding,
Shoot, in this day and age, you can really get them to just sign the NDA. Look, everybody looking for a quick come up. Let me just get you to sign this paper.
No, seriously.
But ooh, that
you
was
want
the
this dick
best.
signed? This paper,
Wait,
nigga.
we had
I'm about to
sex
get
in the,
somebody money.
Wait, y'all, we had sex in the mall parking garage.
Oh, that's
because the
good.
mall was right across
Dark
the way. Ooh,
Oh, that's good.
during the
I bet you
daytime.
That was good.
That was so good.
So let me ask you this thing, Jeremy.
What's up?
With the fact that you can, clearly you can do whatever you want to do.
Women still like me. Thank God.
Does that
That's
make
what
You're
this
not
is.
ugly.
Women
Thank
be
you.
thinking he's straight.
Thank you.
But does that
Thank
make
you.
you more or less, from your experience,
Uh-huh.
trustworthy from someone who, if they knew that,
Uh-huh.
if you have a gentleman that sparks your interest, the fact that he knows that you can get chicks,
Oh.
and does it make it
Good
That's
more?
question.
that's been a problem. That's a really great question.
Yeah.
That's been a problem.
Okay.
Where the dudes who've seen me out or whatever, they was like, "What do you still fuck with bitches, don't you?" I'm like, "No," but I saw the way she looked at you and stuff, and they be like, "Nah, I don't." A lot of gay guys don't trust a nigga who goes still back and forth. It's weird. It's like a woman.
It's like that in the
It's
women's
with the
world.
women. It's
Yeah.
like that. So
They don't
it's weird
trust
that a
bisexual
man-
women.
They
Right.
don't trust
Yeah, I feel
bisexual
it.
women. They do, and gay men does not trust bisexual men. So sometimes that's been a problem. He's like, "I know you gonna fuck her. You gonna fuck her. Look how she would look." I'm like, "Bro, you need to chill out."
I
You need
don't
to
knock
relax.
them for being jealous
But
or mad about that.
But to
either,
answer your
'cause-
question, yeah, I don't. A lot of people don't find me trustworthy in that spectrum.
It's the same for women.
Yeah,
I'm in the same boat.
yeah,
Because it's like, well, I know what you tell me, but.
yeah,
you got options.
yeah,
Or if they see you in your natural habitat and they're like,
Yeah.
oh,
yeah.
I forget about this side
This
sometimes.
side,
Let me
right.
remember who this
Yeah.
is.
And I give up off the rip after my third question, "What's your name?" and you top to bottom, or I'm a freak. So you gotta if you don't know what a freak is, you don't. Go look up what a freak does, and I tell them. I give that. That's number 3, but
Can I tell a quick story?
Yeah.
So,
Tell your
so
story.
Jeremy, check this out. Jeremy, we was out one day, and I was like, "Yo, Jeremy,
Mr. Hollywood.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you better get his name right.
You better get on
I'm
together.
so
We
sorry.
just on that today.
Okay.
That is today's theme.
Oh
Get my name right.
Yes.
My apologies.
It's all right.
Mr. Hollywood. We was all out. I think we was all together. And I was like, "Hey man, another one of my homeboys that's gay, I think you would be interested." And,
Oh, yeah, I remember
and
that.
you remember that?
Yeah.
And Mr. Hollywood tells me, "Oh no, that's not my type." He was like, he's a bottom or he's a top. I was like, "Oh what?"
No, he's a top. It wasn't even that.
I was so confused, you know.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
was like, and I was like,
But you know, I ended up fucking him.
Whoa.
What was that video they was doing before? I get the ball. I dribble it. I shoot. There was no miss.
Oh, wow.
I was so
And I think we met
oblivious to what the fuck he was talking about. He was like, "Nah, that ain't my time."
It was a drunk, horny night.
But that's how you. I think that's how you know who the real freaks are. I think real
Facts.
freaks know the terminology. Like the ones people who are like, yeah, I'm a freak. You can have your preference. You don't have to know
Right.
everything. But to the people who are really freaks, they didn't came across that porn. They might have just watched it to see like shit.
Yeah.
So when somebody says I'm a top, I'm a bottom, they already know. Versus somebody who's like, yeah, I'm a freak. So what's the top?
That part.
Right.
I was so brave.
That part you gotta speak.
Yeah.
You gotta speak. Like I'm such of a freak where I done looked at a porn before and researched this motherfucker to go fuck him. Like,
Wow.
yeah.
My friend,
I'm the one. I was about to say I'm the one that
I get what I want.
I got them diverse.
will.
I get what I want. That's especially
It will.
food, whatever. What I wanted.
Food for sure.
Yeah.
Listen, it's my foodie.
Food and booty.
Best
Food
friend
and booty.
too.
Food and booty. I get it. Yeah.
Foodie booty.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say
Okay.
that was the last time I've ever attempted to intervene.
He tried, but it was
Trying to hook up. Trying to hook
It was
up.
an E for
Okay.
effort, though, y'all.
But
I appreciate it.
Have you
I
been a
love
good
hookup,
wingman?
Most
Like
definitely.
it sounded like you were doing the wingman.
No,
so
he's
have you been a
yeah.
good
That's
wingman?
why I appreciate it.
Oh man, he
You know,
has.
yeah.
You know, before I was married, I put the disclosure.
Uh-huh.
Please.
He would always be like, "Hey man, my homegirl," or he'd be like, "Hey, she's such and such and such. You need to, you know." I'm like, "Okay."
I love it.
You
yeah.
gotta appreciate a good
He's a
wingman.
great wingman
Yeah,
for sure.
when I fuck with you, I don't wing it for everybody.
Yeah.
You know.
I pretend.
I don't
leave
need
you
to
in the
pretend.
wind.
That's too much to pretend.
Well, some people expect it. They be like, "Well,
Yeah.
you my gay homegirl." Whoa,
Whoa.
you already put expectations in there, and now
Yeah.
I understand why
okay.
I'm out here.
Yeah.
I can't
You know
do
what?
that.
Let me say this
Yeah.
too. I was talking to somebody the other day. I forget who I was talking to, but I actually hate that label.
Which one?
I hate when like Mr. Hollywood is not my gay homeboy.
Oh.
That's my homeboy.
Oh, I love
That's
that.
my dog.
Yeah.
I
But
love
there
it.
are some people
I love
who
it.
still
I love that. Yeah.
I love it.
You know, put labels
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
people based
Yeah.
on their sexuality
Yeah.
Right.
to
Yeah.
distinguish
And
Yeah.
why
who
you
they
my
are.
friend.
Right.
But a
You
lot
my
of times
nigga.
it's used just because the people who use it are trying to fit into a space.
Yeah.
They're trying to connect
They're
with
trying to
somebody.
connect, right.
So they're like, yeah, this is my gay friend.
Yeah.
Like, I want you to understand that I'm open and I appreciate your lifestyle.
Yeah.
But is it not the same thing we do?
It's-
Like, I got a
I
black
think a lot of
friend.
heterosexual
I got a
men
white
are
friend.
uncomfortable with that though.
Yeah,
So with a
for
lot of
sure.
heterosexual men feel like they have to define their
Define,
relationship
yeah.
Right.
with someone who likes the other gender.
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
that's so
It's silly.
Yeah.
But thank
They
God
do
I'm not
that.
sensitive when it comes to that because it's like I get it, whatever. Everybody's not comfortable yet, you know. But I appreciate that the people that like my homeboy, like my my dog, my gay dog or whatever, my gay,
Yeah, that is
like
kinda
my
weird
bro,
to
no
say.
homo, all of that.
Yeah.
He don't do all of that. Yeah, he don't do
No.
all of that. That's one thing I respect about him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel that.
yeah.
Okay, so let's jump into today's topic, y'all. We're going to talk about dating with intention.
damn, that wasn't the topic. We hitting it.
We was getting it. We were getting
Y'all
it.
thought that was the
Off
topic.
of my psych. But no, like, the icebreaker game hit off real quick.
Yeah, that was really good.
So, dating with intention. Okay, let's go down the road and talk about current relationship status first. Starting with Gina.
Oh,
Gina
taken.
Wayner.
Taken.
Taken. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm married.
You married?
I gotta say I'm married because taking to some women may be like,
She don't have the top. You don't have that ring yet.
Right. That's why I said I am taken.
You are not fully unless you get that commitment.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm taken. I'm off the market. You know,
Yeah.
I'm being taken care of is really what I associate with it. I'm
I
taken,
like that.
I am taken care of.
You got a Gina, boo.
Okay, single here.
I'm single and mingling.
Okay.
he's Scorpio.
So just wanted to get that. Wanted y'all to get the different perspectives of what we're going to be talking about, like know everybody's relationship status or whatever.
We should have went down and said what sign we were because I feel like that's.
Oh, let's do that too. Let's do that. We love to talk about signs.
All right, I'm a Capricorn.
Okay.
I'm very proud to be Virgo. I love Virgo.
You better be very proud.
I mean, it is what it is.
Somebody told me we had to say boy, girl, boy, girl. If we didn't, I'd be on the other end of the table. I can't stand the Virgo, but
Shonda.
I'm sorry.
Shit.
Oh,
I'm working on it.
Cancer.
Scorpio.
Okay, Tyrese.
That's what I was going for, my nigga.
I
You better read between the lines.
Y'all
not
are
a
funny
Scorpio.
as shit.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
listen, we should have did it like that because I would have hit you with hey, I'm at a Capricorn.
Oh,
Oh, right. He literally is though, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah.
But when he said it, he was like, I'm a Capricorn.
yeah.
One of them, he felt that when he said
But
it.
then he said, I'm a Scorpio, and he.
Y'all are funny.
Yeah, that's the song.
That's
That's the song. When they sing about a Scorpio, they always take a pause and think
There's
about it. That they,
No, that they always take a pause.
all of them, all the artists, Beyonce, Tyrese, who got
Yes.
a sign
Listen,
song.
honey.
When they say something about
You
them,
did-
about
yeah.
Scorpio.
They
They
feeling
do.
it. Like
Ooh, Gina, you
He
over
is
there?
funny.
Ooh, you.
y'all
Fine,
are
but
silly.
you
What is going on?
See, this is why I had to
Oh
wear
my
this jacket so I could cover myself.
Okay, so we want to talk about like dating with intentions, y'all. So like, y'all are both taken, but Mr. Hollywood, let me ask
Yes.
you: are you dating with intention? Are you just dating yourself? Or are you looking and just enjoying life, like chilling out?
So I think mine. I was in an 8-year relationship. So I'm not the type of person who looks for things right after they break up off their previous relationship.
Yeah.
So I think mine right now is kind of just having time with myself, getting to do things for me before I get back into another situation. I don't really like to just hop into things just because.
Yeah.
Because when I'm in it, I'm in it.
Same.
I'm in that thing. Like 8 years, that was like every relationship I had is more than 3 years. So it's like now I'm just focused on me, and then if that person comes along, I will and it's mutual, I will go for it.
Yeah, I have the same response.
I got a question though. Why, when we talk about like relationships, why is time the defining factor?
True. I
Because
guess
he's like, my longest relationship was 8 years. I haven't been in anything less than 3 years. What is it about time?
So time, because the investment,
the dedication,
the investment
like,
that you, because I put, so when I say I put 120% into probably 5 years out of the 8, because after the 5 I was over it and I was on. I was doing other shit.
The honesty.
I'm transparent.
Very honest.
I'm transparent, and so I just think time is time is important.
Yeah.
You know, time to me.
Because you don't get time back.
We don't. So it's like,
You
our
know, so that
investment.
8 years, like that, so that was the end of my 20s, the early of my 30s, and so like a lot of that time, that was a lot of investment, and so that's why I always mention time. I was in an 8-year relationship.
But what about the people? Okay, you had an 8-year relationship, but how do we feel when after that 8 year, your partner meets somebody and 6 months later they engaged?
I'm gonna be liking it.
You know, but I'm saying,
But
but
you
that's
know-
a time.
See, with
You
me,
know, we
I-
think about time. We're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
they had 6 months and they just knew it was it.
But
But you
that's-
had 8 years.
But that's them. That's why I say I set you up for the next bitch, and I hope I do whatever I did for you. You have a better. I'm that type of person.
Okay.
Yeah, because I agree
you
with
have, you have a better life. I set you up real well.
I'm
for
a
the 8
cursing.
years.
I am a cursing woman. I am from Mississippi. Ain't nothing about no time. I'll be like, that shit happened short. I hope it burned just as quick. That is sweet. Like, you talking about time. I invested. I'm like,
Wow.
I know all your tricks. That's what 8 years gave me. I'm about to sit back and watch
Okay,
this.
Gina.
But I'm just saying, you know, like,
Right.
yeah,
I
you know.
no, that was a
damn.
great question.
Yeah, that
Because
was.
a lot of people just mention time. I guess it's just to kind of put it out there, but I really invested. I moved. That was my first live-in. We was shacking, as we call it in the South. It was all of that I've never done before. So that's why that 8
years.
That's a lot of years of
you
your
were
life.
growing up.
That 8
Oh,
years.
yeah.
That's almost a damn decade.
That's
You
a
were
lot of
grow-
years
and
of
you
your
grew
life.
up. That was
and
a.
I grew the fuck up and I
Yeah.
matured and you learn from things.
Yeah.
Like I said, we talked about the seasons change and it's okay. 8 years, I cannot have a bad rapport with you because it's more. I'm a typical person. I write down the good and bad. It's more good things than bad. So I can't down you. I can't downplay you. I can't like just treat you like trash on the street. We were in love.
Right.
So I will always have love for you. I'm not the type of person that's bitter Betty outside the relationship. I have moments, but it's much better now. We good. He first person like my post every time I post. I'm not that on it like he is,
I don't
but
like shit like that.
yeah,
Shit like that bother me.
yeah.
I'm like, why you first? Why you watching me?
First person, but it showed who was in it and who was out. You know,
I agree because I would want you to be following up on me.
Yeah.
Like,
and
I
love
feel
it.
like
It makes me feel good.
you really cared about me. Because if you not following up after the fact of
Yeah.
a breakup, then it's like, damn, did you even care?
Yeah.
Like, were you really
That
still
part.
invested?
And that's important. Like it showed that he really cared.
Yeah, like my ex, I'm like, nigga, you ain't checked up
Checked
on
up-
like
yeah,
nothing.
yeah,
No
yeah.
aftercare. It's crazy.
Yeah, once we done, we done.
Yeah.
Really?
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
I'm playing games.
And I'm
You
like-
But
come
you
back-
care for the person?
I don't need to know how you're doing. If you're not dead, I know you good. You alive.
how do you know that if you ain't like
But it's not
looking?
my responsibility.
That's the-
Anymore.
It's not your responsibility, of
Anymore.
course. But if you really care for that person, you would
I can
care,
care.
to see how.
No.
No. Okay.
Because depending on what happens
different on
with
this.
it-
Like again, I'm bringing in the time. If this was like a 6 month a year, I'm not gonna be on it. Like, cause I know your parents. I know the way you times a year that you get depressed. I'm gonna still check on you as a human being, just to make sure you're good. Like,
Especially if it didn't end bad, I
Yeah.
feel like what's the harm in that?
Because
you're gonna get a happy
I'm-
That's
birthday. You're gonna get all of
I'll
that.
give you an example.
Attachment. you
That's
said?
an attachment to me. I'm like, I had a friend tell me, she was like, I had to cut some things off.
Yeah.
Because how can I receive what's for me if I still got this like trailing in the wind? I know you still holding on. So even if this don't work, you still checking on me. So I'm not really ready to receive what's mine because
Okay.
I'm holding on to
Holding
other
on
things.
to baggage.
That's true.
from
I'm
the-
not your accountability partner no more.
Right.
Let that go. That
Right.
yeah.
Saying that.
That
is-
it expired.
Right, you can't. The access for me is the access. Like, don't try to keep up with me now. You had full blown 110%. You could have been there and watched this growth happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't step away from it and still be trying to keep track of it. This ain't your journey no more.
True.
This is
True too. too.
I don't
Okay.
care how it ended. We have decided that this ain't it.
Yeah.
So there's no need to checking up. Cause I'm gonna read it for what it is. You check up on me, I'm like, nigga, you miss me, don't you?
Yeah, like, that's we want to know that.
And I do that every
I'm
time.
sorry.
I like it.
I like that validation and knowing
know
that. Okay,
I think that's a water thing.
yeah, we water signs over here. I need to know.
That
Yup,
stuff
I
messing
still.
with my head. I be over here.
You
like,
still checking for me?
That's
Yup.
what you
Nigga,
get.
Your loss. I want to brag and ha in your face. I'm sorry.
And I give a chuckle every time I read like the first like you do. You know, I be like,
I pride my. I look. I be like, oh, you over here in the requested inbox, but you still here.
The requested.
You are still here.
Right.
But you still here, and I need you to understand. I'm not there.
Right.
Like,
That's so funny.
I
I like that.
I fucking love it.
Okay, so what does dating with intention mean to y'all?
So I'm real big on that.
Okay.
That is kind of, man, if I can just bang the hammer on anything, it's dating with intention. So I'll give you an example. I've talked to a lot of different women, dated a lot of women in my life, right? My first wife, I was married from 24 to 31.
Okay.
But we dated 5 months.
Oh.
I knew, based on my intention, at that time, that was the person for me. I didn't waste her time.
Okay. I love it.
Then, of course, I went through my phase of, well, I'm single. Well, when you're single, you do single shit.
Yeah.
My wife now, we dated. I told her when we met on July 26th, I said, if we're still together a year from now, I'll marry you.
Wow.
I married her July 26th of 2022.
Wow. A man of his word
That's
is
intention.
important.
Yeah.
That's intention. He set the intention.
We love that.
What are we working towards? What is the point of our interaction? It don't take forever to understand exactly what a person is
really
and what you want.
A good 2 months, you get all you need.
Wow.
3 if you just
3.
like to take it real slow.
That's slow, yeah.
You know, some people have them walls built up.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
it's important. But can't we just talk about how messed up the dating world is?
It's so messed up.
Because everybody, the way you set that intention,
Yeah.
everybody's not doing that.
They're
Everybody's like intention, they're like, I want to be married 6 years from now. And it's
Right.
almost like whoever is here
Yeah.
6 years from now is
Exactly.
when I'm getting married,
Yep.
not I know that I want to build a long standing relationship and
Yeah.
in year
Exactly.
6 we're
Yeah.
getting married. It's just when I'm
And you know
31,
what's
I want to
crazy?
get married.
And that's one thing I don't use time on. Getting into something new and be like, well, 3 months from now I'm gonna make her mine. 6 years from now I'm gonna marry her. I let the heart flow. I let it flow. That's one thing. I don't use time with that. Like, but I hate when people do that a lot. Like, okay, 2 months from now I'm gonna do this. So like even the 90-day rule, I think is silly. I don't use time with getting to know somebody and going into something, because I just think that's silly. Because you don't know where the energy flows. The energy can lead somewhere, and you got this vision board of months time and all that shit. That shit is, to me, that I think it's a little.
I think that
crazy.
every woman, if this is free game, I'm about to give y'all the cheat code. I've said this, if y'all follow me, I've said this before on my social media. It's 2 questions that every woman should ask a man. Women in particular, because women will hold on to hope a lot of times. You should be asking that gentleman, how long does it take for you to assess, and read people? And are you a good judge of character? Now, when you ask a man, are you a good judge of character, and how long does it take you to assess and read people? Most dudes are going to say, oh, it don't take 2 or 3 conversations. Not 2 or 3 years, 2 or 3 months, not when I get ready.
Right.
2 or 3 conversations.
They're gonna say, oh, I'm a good judge of character. The people around me, those are my people. I mean, everybody's solid.
Right.
So why does it take you
Ooh.
6 months, a year to realize that this woman is somebody that you're willing to go ahead and
Wow.
Because we are all naturally selfish.
Selfish as fuck.
We are all
I feel like
naturally
men more so
we're-
than women are
but
very
we are all
selfish.
selfish, and we're
I'm
all
sorry.
scared.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
is what drives decisions nowadays. What's good for me, and how does it make me feel?
Yeah.
So I might know how I feel about you, but it could scare me.
Yeah.
And that fear is what's gonna keep me from maybe I need to wait 6 months. Maybe I need to wait 3 months. We hit, and then you start setting these milestones. Maybe once I do this.
Yeah,
maybe
milestone.
once we do that. And so time is measured again in a different way. It's a different realm. So even still saying I don't put time on it, if I say I'm gonna know this is the right person when it makes me feel this way, there's still time attached to that.
Yeah, but you're still not given an exact time, like 3 months from now. Like, if it happens, it happens. But people like 3, 4, 5 months from now. That's when I'm. So you're gonna let your window down at 5 months? Like, you keeping a guard up?
I see what
but the
you're
thing
saying,
about
though.
that is this: if someone wants to rob a bank, they're not gonna rob the bank when security is up and
Most
everybody's paying
definitely,
attention.
right,
They're gonna
right.
wait until you let your guard down.
Right.
Right.
So, excuse me. A lot of times, what men will do, this is what men do, ladies, is they will lull you to sleep. They will tell you everything. They will give you everything you ask for, because women talk too much up front as far as how to make them happy.
True.
People talk too much.
We had to learn. That was a hard lesson to learn as I aged. What is that? What you look for in somebody? What you look for in a man?
Yeah.
We used to fall into that trap all the time.
Yeah, so true.
And see, a lot of times, I'm not going to even say we ignore signs. We ignore scenarios. So you did this at this time. You didn't do what you said you was going to do when you said you was going to do. You didn't present yourself on the back end like you did on the front end. But because you did all these cool things in between, I'm going to give you a pass. And then it's like,
How many passes do you get?
right.
Because then now we've pushed the timeline.
Yeah.
Right.
If I can push the timeline once, I'm gonna keep pushing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we just have to, when we talk about intention, it's about this is what I want, this is what I expect, this is what you're gonna do. I'm gonna do my part. You need to do your part. And the most amazing thing, and I brag about this all the time about my wife, when I met her, she never came to me about this is what I need you to do for me. She said, this is what I'm going to do as a woman. And it's up to you to meet me there.
Ooh.
And if you don't, then we done.
That was sexy.
Oh.
I like that.
A lot of
But what's
dudes,
wrong with telling what you need?
well,
what's wrong with that?
Because people don't tell what they need; they tell what they want.
But that's
Well,
real.
if I'm telling you, I'm trying, like, if we don't know each other and we're in a relationship, how do you know how to love me if I'm not speaking on it?
Well, so one of the things that I like to do, he's like, what's your intention? He's got these two questions. I want to know if you even know the difference between what you want and what you need.
Very
Because
Two
that is
different
a big,
things, yeah.
those are two different things.
Yeah.
Depending on how you feel, that's going to tell you what you want. You know, you can have everything in the world and want somebody to love you.
Right.
That's a want. What else is below that? Why do you want somebody to love you? Because I need to feel validated. Because I need to feel special. Because I need to feel needed. But people don't understand that. And we don't have that conversation. A lot of things that we think of that we need,
Right.
we don't think about if somebody took that away,
Yeah.
what else is it? What else is there? So a lot of times if you assess that and you say, well, what do I want versus what do I need?
Right.
I need affection. For a long time, I said that was just a want, and it was something that I could brush off. That's not a want. I feel a certain type of way when somebody doesn't need me.
Yeah. Ooh.
I learned
It
a lot
like
of those
that is
too.
that is it means more to me
Yeah.
to know that you need me.
Yes.
But
That-
you know what men don't do?
What's that?
Men will ask a woman, "What do you need?" But we don't follow up as men with the why. I need to know the why. Did you not have your father? Did you have broken relationships?
Yeah.
Were you abused and used in a relationship? Maybe not physically, but you feel like you were taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Why do you need this?
Yeah.
Because if I don't know your why, I can't have empathy for you and
Right.
care for you
Right.
when you get in that situation.
Right.
So then even that is bigger than the
Interesting,
need. The why is bigger than the need.
Absolutely.
So you need to know what you want and why. You need to know what you need and why, because that's going to
That's
drive.
deep. I don't
that's
feel like
real.
people are touching on that type
No, they're
of
not.
deep level of
This
it, like
is-
at all.
This is some mature talk. because
Yeah.
people don't talk about all the other bullshit.
Yeah.
This is the real
They like
shit.
the surface
Yeah.
level of
This
everything.
is-
We do,
Bullshit.
but again, think about how dating is now.
Yeah.
I will be the first one to admit I'm in a relationship. There are some hard things that happen, And part of the deciding factor of staying through those hard things, I have to look and be like, could I go back out there and be ready for this?
Yeah.
Girl.
Because again, time. How long did it take me to get to this point with my partner? How long did it take me to get here? Do I really have that in me to spend 6-8 months learning how to trust somebody?
Right.
That's why people stay complacent in relationships, and it sucks though.
Settling for
But
for
yeah.
that's been lazy. Because a relationship is a job.
It is.
I'm sorry that you have 3 other jobs, but a relationship is a whole job. And a lot of people is like, oh, I don't want, like, people get complacent at their jobs. They just want to stay. They hate their boss. They come in there bitter. They do all this extra shit because they don't want to look for something new and want to go through the whole relearning process.
Exactly.
And I think
and
that's
feeling
lazy.
uncomfortable.
That's lazy, and I can say I'm lazy at times.
At times, and
Because
growth, and
that
growth,
investment, it takes a lot.
and growth, you will feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it's like if you don't want to go through those stages, then it's something else then too.
Yeah.
And we put our own time limit on ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, let's just think about when we were younger, when we said, I'm gonna have all this figured out when I'm 21.
Right.
When I'm
We thought.
25. When I'm 30.
Right. Child.
I had to be. I'll tell y'all, I was in school watching everybody. Like, I got my PhD. And I had to watch everybody that was my age do things that I was like, I'm not about to stay in school. They having kids. The ones that didn't have kids, they traveling. They work because they're working. I'm missing that part. But you know, all I see is y'all having fun. Y'all got money. Y'all just out here. And I'm like, I'm 30, still in school. I ain't got this. I want to be 31 when I get married. Whew. 30, look, 39.9. And I'm like, I ain't even dating. So I put this, I gotta have this figured out. And then we're getting older and we're like, shit.
We got to change our questions. Because not all, I'm not putting women in a box, but a majority of women have their own source of income. They have their own roof over their head. I don't care if it's an apartment, it's yours.
It's yours.
It's your car, it's your car.
Right.
But a lot of women, when they meet men, they say, what do you do?
For me.
What I do does not impact.
The for me is silent. A lot of men hear that and they're like, what do you do? No, I don't care about your job.
Yeah.
Those women are asking the question of, what do you do for me?
Yeah. You know, you got a crib. You don't need me for a crib, but you need me to make that a home for you too. Just like you need to make it a home for me as a man.
Yeah.
So all those things, like, we just have to start asking. We have to change the language that we're using when we're intentionally dating.
Yeah.
How can we get to point B?
Yeah.
Okay.
But what says
So
intention?
with those questions, we need those questions.
But that's what I'm saying. What says
Throw those
intention?
out.
Because so for me, I'm like, we just opened this conversation and said, we got some freaks. Can I not have intention and still be a freak?
Right.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will look at that and be like, no, you're not intentionally dating because
It's in
you're
your
still
actions of how,
drawn. You like the sexual aspect of it, yeah.
but no, it's in your actions of how you're pursuing that person though. Like, I feel like if you're not consistent, if you're not trying to see that person, going on dates, y'all can be dating each other. Like, it's her idea this date, that idea this date. If you're not consistent and with the communication and just trying to see that person, to me, it's not intentional. Like, you hitting me up every blue moon or because of springtime or summer because you need a little fuck, it's not intentional.
That
like,
is intentional. Like,
that's not intentional.
but we have to recognize that is what intention looks like to some people.
That ain't intentional.
Are you
No.
just hitting me up to fuck?
They looking up
But
for a
that
fuck, right?
is, but that's their intention. When they
No,
hit
you gotta
up,
make that known then.
No.
If I'm saying I'm dating with intentions, we need to be clear on the communication.
But everybody
as
does
to
not.
what is your motive with me?
Everybody doesn't receive it that way. If they say, if you ask somebody, what is your intention with me? And they say, I want to fuck you. And you're like, all right.
I
then what else?
appreciate that more so than you leading me on.
But
You know
how
what
many
women
women?
What?
But
Y'all hold out. Y'all hold out. If I've approached women plenty of times in my life and said, I just want to fuck. You know what they do? They hold out to play a game to see
Yes.
how bad do I want it.
But
And
y'all
then-
play games too.
what are you gonna do for
But-
me?
but once-
But does
Y'all
it
like
not
a
come
cat and
back
mouse
to?
game.
But once it happens, then what?
But does it not come back to the same question of, what are you gonna do for me to get this? that's still rooted in it.
Yes.
Yeah, I
That
feel
is
like
the
for
intention.
women, yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like,
Because
you
at
told
the
me your
end
intention
game,
is to have
for the
sex
end
with
game,
me.
we think men just want sex, period.
No, it's not.
We
men-
think that.
men-
No, women,
men
we
want,
think
men
that.
want sex.
Yeah.
We
That
think
is what
yeah.
men want.
Okay.
Yeah.
The sex is
want it.
easy.
Yes.
It's
Sex is easy. Men,
for some.
well, I say, and the reason I say sex is easy is because I've seen this type of women that's been beat down. Like, and I mean, I say that, but I'm saying, like, look at the women who got kids, and I'm like, somebody beat you down. They thought you was good enough for them to have sex with you, but you look at them and be like, has she? Because men want sex.
We know that.
Do you know a man would rather? I'm saying this to the camera, ladies. A man, don't be fooled by the sex thing. A man would rather control your mind and your emotions
Your mental,
than your body. Period. If I can get up here, then I can at least delay you leaving.
Just a little bit.
Whether it's me giving you gifts, whether it's me giving you dick, whether it's me giving you sweet nothings, if I can control your mind, then I can buy myself more time.
Right.
So what happens when women get to the point where they realize they're being controlled and start to use that to their advantage?
You know what they do? What you said. They start equating time with sticking around instead of getting out. Because women hate wasting their time.
We sure do.
We do, because it's a limiting factor for us. We got to be pregnant by this time. We got to have a husband by this
Yeah,
time. We got to have a
everything's on the
kid by this
timeline.
time. It's always, yeah. I mean, and that's rooted in culture.
That's
I got
culture,
a
yeah.
great grandmother that told me, she was like, "Well, how you gonna find a husband if you keep going to school?"
What?
So I can't go to school and find a husband.
Yeah.
But that's how they.
That's the
Wow.
culture.
But I do have
Culturally
something with that,
speaking.
though.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not to marginalize women who have a higher level of post-secondary education. Okay. The thing is, though, at the end of the day, your post-secondary education is for you. It doesn't benefit the man because you're still gonna either two things. Say I can only have a man that's on my level, because once you reach a certain level of achievement, you feel as if you're above certain individuals, or you want somebody that's like-minded. Well, that person may be as like-minded as you. They just may not have had the desire or the drive to have those accomplishments.
But why don't people? So from a man's standpoint,
Right?
if your accomplishment is to be better than, because that's really what it is. Even when we say, my parents set this up for me to be able to do this, it
Right.
still equates to I'm better than. Okay. But better than doesn't go to better than on the other side of the aisle. So
Because it doesn't benefit the man.
but why not?
Because no woman is going to be with a man in today's society based on historical teachings that they quote unquote have to take care of. Or they make, it's a lot of women, if they make six figures, they not going to fuck with a dude that make 70,000.
80, 70,
That's a lot of money.
But men
70,000?
will.
Yes.
Because men are okay with taking care of women.
Yes.
They are okay with that.
Yes.
So, but then there comes a problem when women assert
Voice
the same.
it. When we voice it.
The women assert the same thing. The same way that men say they're taking care of women, you have that subset of women that are getting out from underneath that. That say, I don't want you to. I want us to take care of each other equally.
Well, I got something to that. And this for all the dudes. This is real shit.
Yeah.
My wife got a master's. She's a baller. She makes significantly more money than me. But I still lead in my house because I do all the other things that she necessarily wouldn't do.
She doesn't have the
Or
time
to
for
do.
it because of what
Right.
her job takes from
So,
her.
I make money, she make money, our money is our money together, but I make sure I clean the crib. My wife ain't gotta do no cleaning. Ain't no
I
cars
like
need
it.
to be washed.
I like that.
Ain't no whatever need to be done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a thing to where it is, I think women, especially that are more educated than men
Yeah.
and more professionally driven than men, you have a lot of dudes that, for whatever reason, feel intimidated by the fact of well, she does this, or she has these accomplishments, when a woman will share and give and be everything you want her to be to you if you're all for her and not the bullshit.
That's the part that be missing.
I mean,
and it seems so easy.
And they try to compete.
They're so easy. Why is it so hard?
But the competition is there. Like, if you're not giving me the same, if you got your attention here, I'm chasing that attention. I'm competing with that attention. I want to be better than that. If it's your business, I'm trying to add to your business so that you can see me more valuable to your business than what you had before.
Absolutely.
Without me.
Absolutely. My wife make more money than me, but she still have her ass in there cook every day. She cook every day. She still do her role. But I think we gotta get out of this mindset of this is mine, this is yours, you gotta have this, I got that. I'm bigger than you. No, I'm bigger than you. I'm the man. No, I'm the woman. Like, we gotta quit this battle and say, what are we gonna do together?
But what about the people? Right. So what happens when somebody doesn't recognize that you're not a part of that battle anymore? They're so used to fighting that they don't even recognize that you're not in that battle with them. So you're like, I gotta be the big dog. Like, I gotta be the big dog. And you're like, you're the big dog. But to somebody that's not receptive of that, they don't believe you're saying you the big dog. I'm telling you, you the big dog.
But see, you can't. You are who you are. You are or you aren't.
Yeah.
If leaders don't have to say, I'm a leader.
Yeah.
You don't
have to. Right.
True.
I would never in a million years have a conversation with my wife and say, I'm the man of the house. Why would I need to reiterate that?
Right.
What does that do?
Do you believe in gender roles though?
I believe in the roles that work for you in your home.
I like it. Okay.
In your partnership.
Okay, so next question. Next question. Okay. So 2023 dating tips for the mature folk.
Ooh, shoot your shot.
For men and for women. So
no, I will take that one. I have always been I hate to say it, but I know I'm attractive. I know that if I go out, I am going to, if I make eye contact, if I walk a certain type of way, I am going to command the room. So people are going to be drawn to me.
Right.
But women need to start weeding out the bullshit and seeing past the men that are coming, because you're going to step like that.
Yeah.
When you see what you want, stop trying to make these men jump over hurdles and, well, this is the one that came and spoke to me.
Okay.
Girl, yes.
She better
go. I know, seriously, go for what you want.
I
do that.
Listen, I used to be the guy. I was like, I ain't gotta look for nobody. My man gonna find me, right? I didn't find my partner until I was the one that was like, damn. Going on with you,
okay?
You know, but that was what. But that's what set it apart. Wow. Because he was like, I ain't never had no girl do me like this, and over here I'm like, well, I ain't never did no shit like this for nobody. So it's a first for us. But why do more women not shoot their own shot?
That's real shit.
We was at
I shoot my shots.
Oh damn.
No, now okay, let's be real. When you say you shoot your shot, because we know we got some people who be like, I shot my shot, I liked his pictures. I was in his comments. Is that shooting your shot?
Is that and everything?
And me as a wingman, I be pushing her ass too. I said, bitch, you go, if you don't come up to me, you go up to this nigga.
I've done it in DMs. I've done it in person.
No, seriously. I be like, you better go.
But again, it goes back to those gender roles.
Yeah, it does.
How many women, now that I know everybody's age, in our age group, how many women think it's above or below them?
A lot.
A lot of
a man.
I be trying to press girls to do that. They don't want to do that.
My wife said, you come here.
Get over here.
I swear to God, she said, you come here. Now, crazy is when I approached her, she didn't have her glasses or contacts in.
So she couldn't even see you.
She thought I was the nigga she was talking to. She thought she was taller with another beard. She didn't. I wasn't even the dude.
She thought she was
taller.
She thought she was taller. She thought she was taller.
She thought I was a couple women nigga. She said, "You come here." She was talking to this nigga earlier in the day. And Timmy Tango all booed up.
She was talking to this nigga earlier.
She thought you was somebody else.
And I was like, man,
that is hilarious.
Swear to God. It's real shit.
Did you ever see the guy that she thought she was talking to? Did y'all ever like run into him?
No, but he wasn't me.
I
How you mistake this nigga for me?
mean, I just wanted my point exactly.
I'm surprised she even told you that.
Right.
Like,
But I love that. But her saying that, see, that would open me up to be more like, I love that. But I got this is a bonus question. I'm gonna sneak this in.
Okay.
Since we're talking about gender roles,
Yeah.
how do you feel about women proposing to men?
Thumbs down.
No.
Since we talk about gender roles.
No.
0 stars. Would not recommend.
Okay, I just want to. We talking about gender roles now.
I would never. I
Okay,
couldn't. I'm
just-
sorry.
I
I
just-
cannot.
I believe in
could
people
not.
coming to an agreement,
Okay,
but there is nowhere where it is okay. I mean, and that's just, girl, get off your knees. Like, my mama
Let's be on that whole
it
knee.
didn't even
Hell
gotta
no.
be the typical man on your knee thing. Like we talking about gender
No.
roles. Well, if she was just to do something extravagant and flew a plane through the sky and be like,
That's
"Would
too
you marry me?"
much. That's so
No.
aggressive. Like,
I'm not
Okay.
I am not a big biblical person. I'm more
Okay.
of a spiritual.
You're spiritual. Okay.
But I also believe that the Bible got some things that make sense.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it does say, he who chooses a wife chooses a good thing.
Okay.
I still stand by, yes, I might have all the ideas. I know how to make this thing run like
Right.
a well-oiled machine, but you
Right.
gotta choose me to run that machine.
Yeah.
Because of how things are.
Yeah.
I can't fight you and prove to
Yeah.
you
Right.
that I know. I need you to reckon if you are choosing me, because a woman gonna do what a woman gonna do.
Yeah.
If you ask her or not, it's still gonna be those gender roles. But there are things that just, even if a woman grows up in a male-dominated household, she is gonna believe that there are things that she's supposed to do in this household.
Uh-huh.
Right.
If you have a woman-dominated household, you're gonna believe it's things that you gotta do. Everybody has this belief.
See, I call that the born aggressor. Because you're around that with all that testosterone, and that's why a lot of these women they grow up around a lot of men. And I talked to a lot, and I was like, oh, I get it.
But it's still always a woman at the center.
Yeah.
Even if you grow up with a lot of men,
Yeah.
those men don't want you to be a man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a woman that they want you to still. That woman might take care of all the men in the household.
Yeah.
She might fix all of their problems.
Right.
But guess what? You are still being groomed to take on that role, that matriarch role.
matriarch, yeah.
It's still things that it doesn't matter how you frame up gender roles. It's still things that I expect a man to do that a man is gonna do.
Dude, right.
No such thing as a great man without a woman.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah, I believe that too.
Just it's one of those things to whereas women have to quit dealing with dudes who don't need them, which comes to a level of vulnerability to whereas you have to ask the question, you know, are my faults or my inconsistencies, are they a deal breaker for you? That's a question that men should be asking.
But people will pretend.
But
We
see,
were
you
just
can't
talking
pretend,
about
though.
people falling into that trap. When I was younger, I used to answer that question. What kind of men do you like? And as a woman, we used to spill that shit out.
Right, and
I
then
want a man
they-
that do this.
They
and
put
do
that
this.
mask on to try to
it
be
just-
that.
And that's what
And
would
then
happen.
yeah.
And he would do all those things.
Yeah.
And then there'd be a point where you're like, damn,
Yeah.
you really don't do that.
Right.
And you had to grow from it. But everybody is trying to pretend. Like, if you tell me I like this, even if it's somebody's mama.
Temporary.
If you tell me and it's not, I'm not saying no mama's boy, but even if you say, I like when my mama cook biscuits like this, as a woman, I'm trying to make them biscuits like the mama.
Exactly.
I don't care how I make biscuits.
Yeah.
I might let you try my biscuits like this.
Yeah.
But the ultimate goal, I don't want you eating your mama biscuits no more.
Yeah.
You're not about to call her and be like, my mom wants some
Right.
biscuits. It don't. It's so.
That's so true.
I wish you could bitches like my mama.
Right.
I would be like, ooh. That's so subliminal. That's almost saying like.
Now my mama biscuits. Why? I'm thinking of that Martin
can't cook.
episode.
Oh yeah,
That my mama biscuits. But that is
know.
even still, we're all striving. Even as a
Yeah.
man, if you get with a woman who is a daddy's girl, you can't tell me. It don't matter how much of a man you are. If you feel something towards that man, or I mean towards that woman, and you see how her daddy treat her,
Yeah.
what you gonna do?
Right. How you gonna
Because
level up?
if her
You gotta
daddy
level
is
up
doing
there.
all of that,
Yeah.
he gonna be the one that's like, you better take care of my girl.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or even the ones that if you have if there's no, it's a father figure.
Yeah.
You know how you expect that man to be.
Yep.
And as the man in my life, if you not striving to hit that point, granddaddy, uncle, cousin, if that's
Right.
the father figure and they held me down.
Yeah.
Face down, ass up, waiting for me. I'ma show you pretty ass that you've never seen. Don't be scared, let your head down. Give your body all it needs, yeah. Just give it to me, baby, yeah. And we gon' see how we make love on the sheet. Take this ride to Pluto, we're finessing like Bruno. Give you this love that you want. Make it last all night, cause you know. Cause you know it's gonna be a fun ride. Now we're here, take over. Show me how bad you wanna. Give me that love that I want. Gotta keep me craving